We believe that NoFap is the number one
Talk
most
to me about NoFap.
Disadvantages of NoFap movement.
NoFap. You walk more in the spirit. Number 2, you have more wisdom for life.
Because every day is a battle. Every day is a battle because your mind wants to choose the path of least resistance. Every day.
NoFap.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Ever since I have learned that there's much more my little guy can do apart from just being, I have come across one community. No, that. It's a huge internet community of people who think there's just one thing stopping them from becoming billionaires. Just stupid, little bastard dick. They just can't stop touching it. Well, to be honest, it can be pretty wholesome at times.
Years of NoFap, from a pathetic loser to a successful young man.
Shut up.
27-year-old male here. I discovered NoFap 3 years ago while browsing sexy pics on Reddit. Ironically, I know. And because of curiosity, I opened NoFap, read a few stories, and told myself, what have I got to lose? My life is already a shit show. And I started. On that day, I was a lazy, pathetic loser with no job, no master degree, no girlfriend ever, kissless virgin. I was masturbating 3 to 4 times a day.
Okay.
And had lots of mental issues like anxiety, panic attacks, and depression. After just 1 week of NoFap, I felt a difference. I started walking outside, and daily taking care seemed easier. After about 6 months, found a well-paid job, which I never believed I will ever get, but happened. This gave me a lot of confidence, energy, and I felt for the first time in my life appreciated. After a few more months, I decided to start a master's degree because I had so much energy and confidence that I could do it. And it wasn't easy, but I had to push my limits. So like after about 500 days, decided it's time to take my driving license and get a car, and I succeeded. I wasn't anymore afraid. I wasn't afraid of anything, and I didn't fear everything like I used to. I gave up taking anxiety pills because I felt strong enough to fight on my own. Finished my master's this summer with maximum grades, and all because of NoFap and motivation which it gave to me.
Wow.
And it's all men because honestly, women do not have any sexual desires. They just exist to satisfy yours. And after they fall babies, they just go and hibernation. And if you don't do that as a woman, you are a low bad woman, and you must pay for it or let me cheat on you with 100 people. Or maybe letting maybe 1 of 1,000 people that come in morning blue. NoFap is something that is closely related to me. Well, it connects with the time of my life when I was just a kid. Just a really horny teenager kid. But no matter what you say, at that time I came across this. And I would just say it did not have the most positive impact on me. It was about how did the whole thing start? Well, unlike most people who need to learn from friends or internet, thanks for your contribution, brother. But I learned it naturally. It just happened. I'm something of a scientist myself. Well, after that, it did not really feel good because at that time you are full of anxiety, guilt, and from your childhood you thought that these kind of thoughts are not really great. Anything sexual is bad. It's just bad. You are a dirty person. That kind of shit. And it just kept happening again and again. And at that time, I came across this community, and it sounded like a great thing, right? You don't do it, you feel great, you become a better person, right? Right? Well, for me, that was not the case because it was always an uphill battle. NoFap is always an uphill battle, and also something that will always end up as you being the person at the losing end. You might not do it for a day, a week, 100 days, a year, but the moment you do it, you have lost. It is never really a good thing. The end is always you ending up losing, and that does not feel good, does it? It always feels awful when you end up being at that situation. And my thing is, why are we obsessing over? Because in my opinion, it's a normal thing, right?
Not ejaculate for 90 days. And it says that there are many reported benefits of this, including boosting testosterone and cognitive benefits and all. There is no scientific evidence that this is true. Now, while some people may experience these benefits, there is no evidence, like peer-reviewed, rigorously reviewed data that supports it.
I tried it for 60 days and man, I feel like a raging bull. I focus my energy on working out and running. I met like clarity, confidence, and I noticed my buzz and the way I spoke also changed. I would recommend men to try and see it for themselves. I have dated for more than 4-5 months and saw no noticeable changes except wet dreams with a big fluid of semen. The good changes and positivity, energy and motivation came after I changed my routine and started working out. And I'm still confident, energetic, have that positive energy even though not on no fat, because I'm still working out and living happy.
Not bad, not bad. Now
I've done no pap in my life once. It was the longest 20 minutes of my life.
I simply am not.
Is a normal part of our life, and putting so much pressure, especially on you like 14, 15, because most of the people who are following it are either really young kids or people who are in their mid 20s. I feel like apart from that, most of the people do not follow it. At that time, I don't think it's fair to be in so much pressure because you always try to not do it, but whenever you inevitably do it, you're gonna feel awful. It's never really a good thing. You feel like a loser. You feel like you can't do anything. You don't have any control over your life. It's never a great thing. I can understand the great aspect of it. There are people story who have changed their life by following it. Okay, I can see that. Hey, you are doing it 5 times a day or 6 times a day, or if you do more than that, that's crazy. Respect, but you're crazy. You're a freak. Also, the most of the great impacts of it, for example, feeling really high energy, feeling great, feeling awesome, feeling like you're the top of the world, you are in better control of yourself. Most of it uh, sounds like placebo to me. When you feel like you have done something good and you automatically start feeling better about yourself, even though the impact hasn't even started. For example, the moment someone tells me, hey, you've lost weight, is the moment I feel like, oh, I look so much thinner, my face looks so much thinner, I'm so much sexier. But in reality, I'm looking the same as I did for last month. It's just someone praised me and I'm just noticing it more or I'm feeling it more.
I don't believe in placebo.
Well, if Jake Paul says it, it must be right. Yeah, placebo is not real. Placebo is not real. If Jake Paul says it, it is true. We must trust it because we know how trustworthy they are. I always trust Jake Paul the most. Now, if he's suggesting it, then I must do it. I must do no bad. I must do it. Because I'm just such a horny person. I'm so horny, I could fuck a rock.
If you're some man, what the rock is cooking.
Well, this whole video exists because I found this app on Play Store, and I was like, that sounds like the funniest shit in the world. I'm gonna try it. I will have to try it. And, well, that's how it began. Man, this app sucks. 5 stars. It reduced my male biting. What the fuck is male biting?
What you eating? A sandwich made with Clausen's bread. Want a bite? Sure.
App is kinda good,
but there are ads in the app for adult content. Such irony. That's like a hospital, advertising cigarettes.
But I'm wondering, does this app actually work? What? I'm convinced. Yes. Now, I will change. Nothing can stop me now. Now, I will. I'll be better. I'll have everything. Yes. Nothing can. Absolutely nothing. I relapse.
Well, while I was reading the reviews for this app, I found out that this is not really a original idea, and they were calling it a coffee of no fap.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Which was supposedly another app. And I thought, yeah, maybe check it out, let's see how similar they are. And it turns out this is how they look compared to each other. Well, to be honest, Fap has some different features as well. I think I like the aura system that they have. If you don't do it for a certain amount of time, you get a certain amount of aura. And then you can use that aura to buy skills. And, well, let's check the skills out, shall we? I was only able to buy memory, which kind of allows you to have a little bit of aura left after you relapse. I mean, I don't need that. I had to use that. By the way, the other one that I used was concentration. I just did not have enough aura to buy any of the other skills. So after working really hard, after resisting my urges a lot, I reached a new rank, and that was
金钱看齐，墙上写着“秦香莲的32岁了，转个当朝，驸马郎的旗帜王啊，满皇上的徽2岁了，转个当朝。金钱看齐，墙上写着“秦香莲的30。”
I studied a little for the final, like really little. I'm very sure I'm fading. For 2 hours, I was studying like I'm in God mode. I could do anything, but then I just couldn't study at all.
Oh, punk! No!
I'm not sure if it was because of no fap or not. I used to be able to study for 12 hours as a child. What have I become?
What have I done?
I danced weirdly for a bit. Felt great till then. So my previous video got 6 more views, and that made me feel great. Then I felt just exhausted.
I'm numb. Stop me. I can't stop myself. I need something to help me in emergency. I need something. Yes, I need something.
Don't talk, just watch. Life's like a movie before jumping in, watch the scene. You'll make smarter choices and impress even yourself. Number 3, stop caring, let it go. Holding on to bad vibes. Only ways you...
Perfect. That saved me. Thanks, no bad. You saved me.
I donate!
Well, I'm gonna go some research in here. So, rat fuck. It was a research that happened in the late 1970s, and it was done by Bruce K. Alexander. He was from Simon Fraser University, and that university is in British Columbia, Canada. So
he basically tried to discover the difference between on rats are kept in a isolated cage versus on there in a space where there are more rats, there is enough food, there is enough toys, like two contrasting environments. In one environment, it is completely isolated. It is completely alone. In another environment, it is fully equipped with food, friends, mating space, everything is there for them. The result was, when they were alone, they were much more likely to consume morphine. And when they were with other rats, the consumption reduced. And they were much more likely to drink cleaner water, normal water. But then again, I got to mention one thing. There are criticism about this experiment and there have been problems with replication of it. So take it with a grain of salt. But the fact is, it's not the addiction itself that is the problem. If we consider this as the context, is sometimes the issue is people are just lonely. People don't have anything to do. People feel bad. They feel awful. Something more serious like alcohol, cigarette, or something like, let's say, masturbation or porn. They watch it, they use it, and they feel a little bit better. Let's compare. Whenever I was alone, I was more isolated, I was much more likely to do it. On the first day when I did it, when I relapsed, that was the day when I was completely alone and I was in my house alone. I live alone, I live fully alone. So it did not feel good and the impact was not great. But on the next 4 days when I hanged out with more people and I talked with my friends more, it reduced significantly. And that's the thing. If there's enough social interaction, if there's enough friends, if there's enough good things happening with me, I feel better. NoFap itself did not make me good. It was walking, it was talking with friends, it was going out, it was having fun, it was making YouTube videos that made me happy. Bye.